Hey guys, Wyatt here, the Coastal Agent. In today's video, I wanted to cover a hot topic, and that is with the end of the forbearance on the horizon, will that cause a huge tidal wave of inventory in the form of foreclosures to come to the market and tank the market like it did in 2007 to 2011? In today's video, I wanted to talk about four main factors that I'm looking at to show you that it's clearly highly unlikely to be the case that it will tank the market. So what are we waiting for? Let's jump in. All right, so the first thing to consider is that there's far fewer mortgages that are in default, like in forbearance, than there were in the last market. When you look at the last market, there was 9.3 million foreclosures and/or short sales that took place from homeowners losing their houses. And today, as of the end of July in 2021, the report is that there's about 1.8 million properties that are at high risk of forbearance and going into foreclosure. Now that's not a small number, but by far nowhere near the 9.3 million. So far less potential foreclosures coming on the market. Then the second thing is gonna be that there's a lot more equity in homeowners' houses today. You know, of that 1.8 million, about 87% of those homeowners have more than 10% equity. So this is gonna give them enough buffer to sell that property and make a small profit rather than walking away. So they're incentivized not to let it go to foreclosure. If you take that 13% of the 1.8 million, about 240,000 properties, again, this is not a small number, but when you compare that number there compared to, even pre-pandemic numbers of like 2017 and 2018, which we were hovering about 275,000 units in foreclosure each of those years, that number looks pretty on track with what we were seeing before the pandemic. So no, cause for concern on that front. The third one is going to be the inventory levels are so low that the market is likely going to absorb any kind of foreclosures that come onto it. Again, if you look back to 2008 where the foreclosures started to really ramp up, we already had 9 months of supply in San Diego. So you could see where that really caused a problem once we started adding inventory in the form of foreclosures to the market. In today's market in San Diego, we still have less than a month of supply. So I think most home sellers would appreciate a little bit of inventory so realtors like me stop calling them to try to list their property. I mean, I'm just kidding, but not really. Anyways, number 4 is going to be the fact that the government is going to implement programs to try to ease some of this foreclosure from hitting the market. They're already doing things like with government-backed loans like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, that those homeowners that are in default are allowing them to roll those payments that they missed back to the end of the loan. So kind of in essence, they're pausing it and extending their loan program by the months that they may have missed. So when you consider all these things, I think it's highly unlikely that we're gonna see, a glutton of inventory and foreclosures that's gonna cause that market to fall flat on its face. Now, I do think that there's gonna be some intermittent little opportunities, especially for somebody that has a lot of cash to put down and can close quickly, because there may be some opportunities from somebody, intermittently that, loses their job or has to sell quickly to get out of it. And, if inventory levels and days on market increase, that's where the opportunities could be had. So if you have any more questions about this topic, or maybe you have some other real estate related topics, please feel free to reach out to me at 619-200-3236 or on the web at sdcoastalagent.com. Hey guys, again, thanks for tuning in. Make it a great day.